r/AskReddit. Parents of Reddit. What is the best weird flex but okay moment you've seen from your child? When my kids was potty training, he was in a phase where he loved temporary tattoos. We used tattoos as a reward for a successful potty trip. He got so he was covered on both arms, back and chest. We didn't think much of it, living in Seattle, until one summer day we took him to the wading pool. For one of the first times in public, we took his shirt off, and he strode out into the pool with his toddler abs and Thomas the Tank Train shorts, looking like he had just finished a hard set of reps at the free weights in the prison yard. My daughter, 3, can poop in the backyard without anyone knowing. I picked it up for weeks wondering why the dog's poop looked so weird. I looked out of the sliding glass door one day while my girls were playing. I saw my 3-year-old pooping in the middle of the yard. Her older sister, 5, sprayed her with the water hose as soon as the log hit the ground. It was a spectacular scene, and I will never let them forget it. When my son was about 6, he was in the back seat with a friend, and he boasted that he had once thrown up his entire Chinese dinner on his bedroom carpet and you could see the food and everything. My 7-year-old daughter didn't want our house guests to go in her room because that might see her awards, good grades, taekwondo belts. She worried they would think she was famous. When my son was about 2.5, we thought it would be a good idea to start potty training him. We sat him down, talked to him explaining to him when he pees poops in the potty he can a reward. He was less than thrilled. It was pretty clear he was not interested. We start the process of putting him on the potty, every morning, at regular intervals, etc. After 2 days, he hasn't done anything on the potty, with the added bonus of not having any bowel movements at all, and this kid was regular. After 4 days we begin to panic. Prune juice, oatmeal, apple juice, anything to get him to poop. At day 5, we are at the DRS, who tells us to use suppositories. You guys, we gave him suppositories for 3 nights. Still nothing. Day 10 rolls around and we're thinking it's time for the hospital. He's got a blockage. He's sick. Something is seriously wrong here. Take him to the doctor. One last time before the hospital. This time we see a different doctor, who looks at us and asks if we are potty training him. We shake our heads yes, wondering why it matters, since he hasn't even shit for 10 days. He barely needs a diaper, let alone a potty. He kind of smiles and says, "Well, stop." He told us that he thought that the potty training was causing him to hold his bowel movements, and that when he was ready to be potty trained, he would let us know. Skeptical, but willing to give it a shot. Instead of the hospital we went back home. We made a big show of putting the potty chair up, and told him that if he pooped, he could have any toy in Target. We were desperate, and no more potty training. 20 minutes later he took the biggest shit of his little life, and we took our weary, but relieved asses to Target to buy him his dream toy, a Hot Wheels car wash. Best $29.99 we ever spent. 3 months later he wakes up, says I want to go potty like daddy, and has been potty trained ever since. My 5-year-old son woke up with his voice hoarse from a cold. Me, "Oh, you've got a cold." Him, solemnly, "No, I think I'm a man now." What my son's immature mind was really thinking: "Dad, I have grown up watching you play that guitar, and it would mean a lot to me if I could carry on playing it once you no longer wish to." What he said: "Dad, can I have your guitar when you die?" When my son was potty training, I started letting him do the cleanup. Then I'd have to finish. After a bit of this, he figured he was pretty well good to go on his own, and he was very big boy about it. So for the next couple of weeks, he'd do his thing, which always included stripping naked, then come running out to wherever I was, bend over with his cheeks spread, and shout, "Hey, Mom, I wiped my butt all by myself. Look it." Not a parent, but I teach swimming lessons. This one 5-year-old first day of lessons was like, "I'm not very good at kicking." So I said, "That's okay. Nobody is perfect at everything." Dead serious. He just goes, "No, I'm perfect at everything." Tonight my 3-year-old stopped midway up the stairs and turned slowly to me and said, "Mom, earlier, while you were out, I put on my pants all by myself." Dad. I have no idea why he emphasized every word, but then he smirked and turned and kept climbing the stairs. Big day. The kid is really going places. My 8-year-old son's doctor was trying to make him comfortable during an EKG by telling him he had to leave his ear with the doctor. They went back and forth for a while and finally the doctor said he would trade him the ear for a lollipop. My son said he would not give up his ear but wanted the lollipop. The doctor said, "What? That is not a fair trade. What will you give me for the lollipop?" My son answered dead serious, "I get the lollipop and you get my respect." Had an Amber Alert hit my phone one night while my then 6-year was playing a game on it. She asks what that was and I explained it's a message that gets sent out of a kid gets kidnapped. She looks at it again and sees it's for a town over 2 hours from where we live. She then asks me why they sent it if it's so far away. I said because they want everyone to look and find the kid. Wouldn't you want everyone to look if you got kidnapped? They want to find the kid so they don't get killed. She leans over close to my ear and whispers, "I'm very difficult to kill." When my sister was younger, she told her teacher that my dad was a clown. He actually owns an auto body shop, but I guess she thought he was a pretty funny. Apparently the parent-teacher conference was hilarious. "Your daughter tells us you're a clown? What an interesting career." I was playing cops and robbers with my son and my niece, both about 3 at the time. They put me in the jail, the sofa, and proceeded to walk out of the room. As she's exiting, my niece turns to me with a deadpan face and goes, "Watch your back," then just leaves. Not my kid, but a friend of mine was trying to teach his daughter to pick up her toys when she was younger. When she didn't do it one time, he told her he was going to throw away everything that was still on the floor. She picked them up and put them in the trash can for him. My 6-year-old son recently put his foot down, letting me know it was not okay for me to tell him what he could wear or not because he is allowed to have his own fashion. Okay, fine. Shorts, sandals and one black sock it is. Sassy niece after first day in school. "I learned how to count to 11 today. I bet you can't." Weird flex, but wait. I indeed cannot count to 11. My son was in the tub and asked exactly how old he was. Me. About 4 years, 10 months, and 4 days. After a few moments of deep thought, I heard him say quietly and reverently to himself, "And I haven't been bit by a single wild animal. Oh man. Still kills me." While leaving a family gathering, my cousin asked my little boy for a fist bump. My child refused. Cousin said, "Come on. Why no fist bump?" My kid, 5 at the time, looks him straight in the eye and says, "I don't want to break every bone in your arm." Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Reddit content.